Hello everyone, welcome to our Weekly Brew. We are so happy to be here with you this week in this gorgeous setting in South Devon.
We are in Takane with the sun behind us, joining us, and the beautiful river, waters of life. And Emma and I wanted to come on and share our synthesis about abundance and money, receiving money.
Yeah.
So we've started a business and we are navigating how we can create from a place of fullness, of life, that's absolutely connected to the moment, to our joy, to our freedom, to our expansion. And we haven't really known where it's all going. We literally show up each week and we see what life brings. And what life's bringing this week is the challenge to create a bank account, to create products in the moment, meaning Emma and I are really good at the inner worlds, the inner realms, shamanic journeying, bringing through connections to inner parts of ourselves and traveling those inner worlds.
Yeah.
So we often get these inspirations in the moment, and we are wanting to capture those moments like a poet would capture a moment of a poem coming through, capture those moments of inspiration and record them in whatever way feels good to us, whether it's writing or a journey or a meditation, and then sharing those transmissions. And here's the challenge for us, is to ask for an energy exchange, to say we're going to be charging however much money feels good to us, because we want to value our lifetime, really, our lifetime choice to get good at what we do, which is to know this inner world.
And we know about flow and energy like many of you do, and we've had blocks around receiving income, receiving money for what we do, for what we love to do, for the joyfulness of life, for the joy moments, for the abundant moments. And we tend to live them in their fullness, and then they pass. And so we've been talking about what would it be like if we can grasp those like a diamond, and then we offer the diamond to you, and we have an exchange for that. And how is that? And it's quite uncomfortable, because there's a lot of things in the spiritual world that says it must be given, free. Whereas actually that can make the river run dry. It can make the river run dry, and we would like a full, abundant pot that overflows, so that when we're full, and that overflow flows into the world. And the more we're full, the more we give, the more we receive, and so the flow continues and is abundant and infinite.
Yeah, and I was very much with the image of Lakshmi, who's an Indian goddess of abundance. And she has this overflowing money coming out of her hands, pouring out of her palms, that she just gives in abundance. But behind her are these two elephants that are pouring water, the waters of life. They're pulling it through their trunks, and they're pouring it back into this pool that Lakshmi is sitting in. So as she's giving, the water, the pool that she's in, the well that she's in, is being refilled. And so for us, we are going to be creating a bank account as this well to hold our waters, the waters that nourish us, so that we can carry on living and giving our best life and our best gifts. So we're going to make offerings to you, and it will be your chance to receive those gifts and then to give back, to put back in that well of life, to nourish us.
So that we can give more.
So we can give more. And you can be inspired, and you can create your own wells from that inspiration, and you can give more. And in this way, we're creating this flow of the waters of life. And I love the waters are here today. There's this beautiful flow of water. And it's like energy wants to flow, and we
does.
have to
Yeah.
feel, we have to value our gifts. So here we're showing up and we're valuing our gifts. We're going to be creating from those moments of inspiration and capturing them.
Yeah, and we've had another amazing day, walking in nature along the river, and just as we were getting up to make our return journey after we'd eaten, we had a very loud message from woodpecker hammering on a tree, and it's about listening to the beat of your heart, your inner drum. What makes you tick? What's your intuition around that? What does your own heart tell you to do? And then through that, we've come back and we've had this conversation. And while we're offering this brew, we are also continually brewing. And for us, this is what's brewing. And it's interesting because I think that often this isn't spoken about, that somehow it's okay to make money in like commodities such as like, I don't know, clothes or corporates. But actually the spiritual aspect of life is, for some reason, the conversation seems a bit harder, doesn't it? But people are still working like crazy to bring amazing things to people. And so we're stepping out of our comfort zone, our comfort zone is to give as much as free as possible, which is what we've both done in previous years. And we're coming together to create something beautiful to share, and for that flow. I mean, money is energy at the end of the day. It's energy. So we're saying what's at our core, what do we hold true, what's authentic, what's in our integrity, how are we in our abundance? And when we really live in our abundance, then what flows back to us? And that is also money. And I think it's important that we have these conversations. And for us, that is important so that we can really create this business, and with heart, with soul, and being able to give as much as we can give. And to go into those depths and excavate around where that feels uncomfortable, which it does for us, because that's what's happened for us. And in excavating that, we found that there is abundance there. And so when we share it with each other, then how can we share it with you? And then how does that flow come back to us? And so we're creating this bank account. That's our foundation. So our little pot of gold, our deep well. And when that's full, that can overflow and become more that we give.
And we want everyone to have an overflowing porridge pot at their core,
yeah.
and show that it's possible
for everyone
to really create from what we love in the moment, from our passions, and to share that, and to know it's okay to charge for it, because it's an offering to say, you can receive, you can put back into that well of life, and we can all be nourished through that process. And I think, and Emma, what you're saying around being uncomfortable with spiritual work, to ask for money, because it is this sacred place, and this idea that we shouldn't be charging in a sacred place. But when you know that money is simply energy, it's an easy way for people to give back into the waters of life. It's an easy way to exchange energy. Then we say yes to that. We say yes to exchanging energy that feels in alignment with life, in alignment with creativity, in alignment with abundance. And we invite money into that process as our ally that supports us and nourishes us.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly it. It's an ally. It's a spirit. In shamanic terms, that would be a spirit of itself. And like any other spirit, whether it's an animal spirit, a teacher spirit, a plant spirit, you meet them and find out how you can work in harmony so that everything is abundant, everything can grow, everything can flourish, can be in its full expression. Money itself is not happy being held back. It wants to flow as an energy, as a river, just like the river behind us. It wants to be able to express itself and as I'm saying this, a little robin's joined us.
Oh my gosh. It's so cute.
So there's life showing us.
Literally on the branch behind us.
Yeah, literally. Isn't that amazing? It wants its own expression as well. It doesn't want to be kept tight, kept hidden, kept contained. Money wants to be generous. It wants its heart and expression to shine within everything, within all of us. We as humans have created it as a form of exchange, and so therefore how can we use it to its best possible abundant fullness? And that's where we're coming from, and that's how we hope to be redefining success in this term. To let's talk about this, let's express it, let's be open, let's go into those deep dark places that feel really uncomfortable for all of us, especially when we've been engaged in spiritual work for most of our lives like we have. How do you go deep to those uncomfortable places and say, no, actually, yeah, it's okay to earn abundantly, and in fact we love it, we enjoy it, we want it, and we want to bring more of it to you. That's what we really want with the robin.
Oh, listen, you hear it. I'm going to see if I can show you it.
Thank you, Robin.
Oh my God, so beautiful.
So we hope you've enjoyed that little video of our beautiful robin that just showed up here. Very plump and full of the joys of spring, singing to us.
Such a fat little robin.
I know.
So cute.
Which is just showing us the abundance, like mirroring, nature mirroring what we're saying and what we're experiencing. It's so beautiful.
And robins are always, for me, they always come at a moment to honor the sacred. Whenever I'm doing a ceremony, a little robin will always come and sit there when I'm honoring something, and it feels like an honoring. It's just honoring what we're saying, that we're in alignment, that it's supporting us, life is supporting us.
Showing us the new beginnings, this new kind of ventures.
And this is the magic that we have access to, and we want to let flow through us, and let's all let it flow through us, because we're living in an abundant universe. We are channels of abundance. Let us let it through us, and we are practicing that and saying yes to life, to being channels of life, to being pots of abundance, overflowing with waters of life, so we can all drink and we can all live in love. So that's our message today.
That's our message.
Yes, we hear you, little guy.
We hear you, Robin. Thank you for joining us on our weekly brew.
So that's all for today.
That's it. On that note, until next time, so much love.
So much love.